All right, welcome into the 8th episode of the Bulldozer Fantasy Football Podcast. Sorry, it's been a while. I know it has. Just had some crazy stuff going on, new job, life situations. You know how it is. But we're gonna try and get on a consistent schedule. I know I said it before, with just Mondays. We'll see if Mondays work because I figure when it gets around to the season time, it's just gonna work with my schedule because I'll be off on Mondays and then I'll be able to kind of analyze the games as they go, anyways. So, anyways, we've got quite a bit going on for the league here that we've started. It's full now, so we're good to go. We've got plenty of people in. We've got co-managers pretty much for every team. Those should be getting settled before the draft. Hopefully, if you've got issues, reach out to me. I'm sure I could probably find a person to help you out, co-manage with if you can't find one of your own. But I'm pretty sure everyone that I've reached out to already has a co-manager in line. And I do have, for the most part, everything lined up, and you'll see that later on. But so we've got some exciting stuff going on. Dalvin Cook has been cut. DeAndre Hopkins is no longer a Cardinal. I think maybe I went over that. If not, we can touch base on it again. Um, Maybe he lands with somebody who's a contender. He says he wants to land with someone who's a contender. Um, the Patriots have been linked to him for some reason. It would be exciting to see him. I mean, if I'd have had to pick a landing spot, um, I don't want to be the person that says, "Oh, I kind of want him to, wreck things." But Dallas has been rumored before, and I think that's probably also a good landing spot as well. He can go back to Texas, but without going back to Houston. So, anyways, Dalvin Cook, however, is quite honestly the interesting topic of note. There's quite a few fantasy free agent running backs right now that have been great in the past, but are just free agents right now and kind of left to be forgotten. You've got Zeke, Kareem Hunt, Dalvin, and Leonard Fournette. So should be interesting to see if he lands in any spots. He'll probably, I was thinking about it the other day. There's not really many landing spots. He could land with Buffalo. There's Houston. He could go back up Brees Hall in New York. He could maybe land with Chicago now that he's not a free or in that division to be traded. He can land with someone else in there. But for the most part, I think it's a wait and see mode. Don't trade him now while he's a free agent because that would just not work out for you. But all right, let's go ahead and look at the league setup and stuff. I'm gonna kind of go down some league rules, and then I'm also going to jump into a little introduction for all of the members of the league. Just a quick rundown of who's in it and how they got in the league and why I wanted them in the league. And I've really been trying to just build a really competitive, fun league. So it's not a large buy-in. It's probably going to be $20, $10 per manager, which is real easy. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw in for the winner of each league or of each year. I'm going to go ahead and throw in a jersey of someone on their team, their champion per se, and that kind of leans into the first rule. We're going to make it an Empire League. That way it's not as crazy of a commitment. There is an out, if your team's not doing well, you can there's a reset. But what we're going to do is if your team wins back-to-back years, that's the rule of an Empire League, it will reset. And that was kind of the first Dynasty League I was in. And so, you've got one jersey the first year, and then that second jersey can go to the next manager the second year if you're thinking you're going to win back-to-back, and then it'll reset. So hopefully that's why it's called the Jersey League. If anyone was wondering why it was called that. And then the next rule, all of you already know about it, but it's a co-owned Dynasty League, so every team has to have a co-owner or a co-manager. You can have more than one. Right now, I think everybody's just got one, but it should be pretty exciting to see if anybody adds anybody down the road. That would be kind of cool and kind of fun to kind of get a group collective for one team. And we'll just kind of roll that into starting with introducing the people, because the reason that I did this was so that each team kind of has a little bit more thought, a little more consensus, a little bit more, intention behind their moves, rather than just making moves without any. Because every time I'm playing, I always have my list of people that I text or I message. Most of them are in this league, unfortunately. So I probably won't be able to message or text anybody, but I'll have my partner to work with. So what ends up happening is I'll always end up messaging somebody, and I'll always, be like, oh, should I do this trade? Should I not? And what ends up happening is, that's kind of essentially them co-managing the team, but now they're actually just involved. They're in the league. They're with you. They care about your team just as much as you do, so they're going to be caring. They're going to see that notification when it comes through. And then the text messages will start, and you'll be messaging back and forth. Oh, should we do this? Should we do that? How do we want to approach this draft? Do we want to trade this pick? Do we want to do that? So it's kind of exciting. Now there's going to be different strategies. There's going to be different things that each team has to kind of work through. I think for the most part, each manager that I reached out to is going to have like a kind of like a 50-50 management with their co-owner, but they can have, no control. They can just be a background watcher. I've seen that in past, but the reason this started was because of Jason and Pete. That's Bull Train and Pete Gunn. They've been a co-owner in one of my Dynasty leagues, and it really got my mind moving and thinking about it and kind of trying to understand, like, what are the perks, what are the benefits. And I realized that they always have a well-run team. They always make sound decisions. And that's going to be kind of the introduction of the first team. You've got the next team. We've got Alex and Mason, another tandem of brothers. You'll kind of realize that there are a lot of brother teams in this league. All of my brothers are in this league. Alex and Mason are two of them. Hopefully they can kind of keep each other at bay from their Cowboy fandom, but we'll see. There's Mark and Jake, Celculated and Basement Beard. If you have any disc golf questions, go ahead and ask them. But for the most part, leaning back to what I'm trying to do with the league, I want it to be a very competitive league. So I've picked out the people who are active, the people who are these guys. These two had the most first rounders over the last 2 years in the Traders Paradise. Between the both of them, and in their other leagues. So they kind of just have an interesting way of finding their way into first round picks, and they'll be just as competitive as all of the other members in this league for sure. We've got Heath and Go Pack Go. I think that's a brother tandem. I've never actually met Heath, but he's in my League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Which ended up, kind of happening through work, but it's another Dynasty league, and he's very competitive. He's probably, the only other team that I'm worried about in that league. But we'll go on to, we've got, let's see here. I don't want to skip over anybody, so I'm trying to make sure I'm not scrolling past my notes here. But my next duo, Brian Albert and his brother, Fed, a very competitive redraft duo that I'm in within a Yahoo league. He also... Brian, my old roommate, streams as video games as Bigger Bagels, so that's kind of cool. And then we've got Panther and Skull Crusher, brothers as well. In the Traders Paradise League, I talk to them pretty often about trades and whatnot. So they're going to be, pretty cohesive. I'm sure most of the brother teams should probably have pretty good communication. Non-Soy Boy and Brandon Fish. Also another team duo from Traders Paradise, very active members. Then you've got Dak and someone I don't know, Mr. 727. So he's a wild card. And then there's Richard and myself. So I'm getting him back into the fantasy game and kind of getting him going. And he's obviously watched football, but hasn't played fantasy in a while. But he's definitely needed. And then you got Maxwell and Kenny. Those two are from my first league. Max, the commissioner. Kenny's the hashtag real commissioner of of that one and another one. But Max is introduced me to the fantasy football and got me obsessed with it to begin with, as well as Zach, who's another co-owner or another owner in the league, and he's going to be in tandem with Austin, who's in also the 2 quarterback league that I'm in. So lots of leagues, lots of people that are kind of mixed up and kind of baggage with each other, which is great. And then let's see, who else do we have? I want to make sure I've gone through them all. It's oh, and then there's Gucci. Lick my Gucci. He does not have a partner currently that I know of, but maybe he's planning something that I don't know. He said he's got someone in mind. I used to work with him at Tyne & Cellar. He's over at Velveteen Plum now, I believe. Absolutely crushes it in the kitchen just as much as he does in the Dynasty League. So I'm sure he'll be throwing some stuff out there that you guys won't expect as well. He's got a really good team. So for the most part, if that is everyone, so I think now that I've introduced everyone, what we're going to do, and I think it's working, I think we can still, yeah, you can see this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and stream this. Live stream's not working, so, but you're obviously not, I'm not going to put this much work into an episode. and re-record and re-record and re-record just to get my own draft spot. We're going to find out with you. I'll post this live or immediately right after I'm done filming this episode here. But we're going to go ahead and start. What it's called is 100yardrush.com. So if you've never used this, I've used it in pretty much I think every league that I'm in. It's a randomizer for draft position. It gives you 1st through 12th. You can enter settings, and so you'll see on my screen the settings that I've entered. Excuse me. Minimum 2 yards, maximum 7 yards, minimum 2 seconds, maximum 7 seconds, and then speed normal. So what's going to end up happening is we're gonna just start that. And you'll see your guy on the left here. I think my face might be blocking a few of them down at the bottom until about the 10 or 11 yard mark, but you'll see it obviously there. But what's going to end up happening is they're going to finish in order. It's a randomizer, so they'll finish at the end, and it'll give you 1st through 12th, and then I'll go ahead and copy and paste that and post it in the league chat as well as this video as it's uploading. And then everyone's going to go ahead and find out their draft position, and then we'll go ahead and start being able to trade and get that league going. All right, so let's click it off. Let's go. All right, where are we at here? I'm watching this. Okay, I'll comment on it. Oh, there's no names. Oh no. Oh, hold on. Well, we gotta stop it. Teams. Oh, okay, I gotta type them all in again. Maxwell, Chive. Well, this is actually good. You'll see that I'm not faking this then. Z Campbell and Austin. Go ahead and do myself. Bulldozer and Perfect Truth. Got Mace or Vegabetics and Mace Case. We're gonna go ahead and do. I'm trying to remember these all off the top of my head. Bagels and Federline. We've got Dak and Mr. 727. Gucci, unnamed. We've got Basement, Beard, and Selk. Alright. We've got Heath. And go pack. Go. Oh, that's who I forgot as well. Skull Crusher and Panther. Or maybe I did mention them, but they're also brother pair for the team. All right, for the rosters. Let's see here. You can tell this is live, and I've not practiced any of it because I'm just fucking tripping over all my words and cursing and stuff. All right, non-soy boy and beef fish. All right, one more. Who did I forget? This is annoying. I had all these. Oh, Bull Train. How did I forget my own brother? Bull Train and Pete Gunn. All right, got them all in there. Boom. All right. I'm gonna shuffle this 100 times. Everyone's getting shuffled. Shuffle it 99 times. How about that? 1 yard short. Alright. No luck adjustment, so there's no luck. Alright, we're gonna go minimum yards traveled per rush 2, max we'll do 7, just to make it close. 2 and 7 normal. Alright. Start rush. Boom. There we go. Let's see what happens. And they're off. Oh man. Okay. Who's taking the early lead? You got Bagels in the front. You got Bull Train up there. Oh boy. Bagels is taking it. Looks like, alright, I'm coming up clutch in the bottom here. Alright, you got Bull Train coming up. Skull Crusher's there. Oh no, who is that in the back? Is that Heath? Heath is in the back. Basement Beard and Selka are in the back. Non-Soy Boy's in the back. Okay, well this is going to look rigged if I win here. Oh no. I don't even want the first pick. Slow down there, buddy. Alright, you got Bull Train, Pete Gunn. Dak is screaming up to the top now. You got Non-Soy Boy. Alright, you got Chives. Okay. Oh, Dak is swinging. He's coming back. All right, good. I really don't want to win. I don't want to have it look rigged. All right, Skull Crusher's falling behind there. You got Bagels. Bagels is falling behind. He was leading. I don't know what happened there. Vegabetics is coming up. Oh man, this is going to be a tight finish. Maxwell and Chives are coming out of nowhere. Heath is out of last place. That's good. Basement Beard's back there. Gucci's back there. Zach is back there. Dak looks like he's going to take it. Bull Train's behind him. Vegabetics is coming up. Maxwell's coming up. I'm trying to swing in there. Non-Soy Boy's a little bit behind. All right, Dak's first. Let's see who's... I'm second. Vegabetics, are you third? All right. All right, who's fourth? Let's see. Maxwell's fourth, maybe? Yep, okay. Let's go. Skull Crusher's fifth. Heath is sixth. Gucci is seventh. Basement is eighth. Vegabetics... Or no. Oh, who's ninth? Z Campbell is ninth. Non-Soy Boy is 10th. Bull Train and Pecan are 11th. Bagels and Fed are 12th. All right. That is the list right there, the order. You've got Dak 1, me 2, Vegabetics 3, Maxwell 4, Skull Crusher and Panther 5, Heath and his brother 6th, Gucci and his partner 7, Basement and Selk 8th, Zach Campbell and Austin 9th, Non-Soy Boy and Brandon Fish 10th, Jason and Pete Gunn 11th, and then Bagels is in 12th. All right, that's it. That's it for the positions. We'll go ahead and post that right away for everyone, and then I'll go ahead and get this video uploaded as well. So I appreciate everyone listening again. We're going to have a little bit more content in the next video, probably a little bit more fun stuff going on. I might start breaking down more than just the rookies and just this league, but we'll definitely have the draft starting on July 1, so we can start trades up until then. But I do advise you to not trade without talking to your partner and whatnot, and kind of getting that rolling first. Okay, so thank you so much. Bye bye.